Yes, kaya nga. I've seen Piolo in at iba pa. So yes, but it's a different thrill because as you can see with the industry, when things got tough, COVID and everything, and they basically shut down, people started becoming afraid to produce riskier, more creative, more daring films. And then here comes Mentor and tells us, pwede nyo gawin yan. What? Sabi namin ni Derek, pwede ba itong gawin? Yes, you can do that. Sabi namin, mahirap to. There are 3 stories in one and the demands are different and difficult. And frankly, I'd like to believe, modesty aside, na pang world class siya, pero baka hindi kaya ng bulsa ng Pinoy. But Brian said, we'll do it, we'll risk it all para mabigay ang something the Filipinos can be proud of that we are brave enough to bring outside. So that's a different thrill. To see something in the big screen na I can show the world, or we can all show the world and say that, hey, like as Piolo said, this is Philippine cinema, and if you give us the chance, we'll do it. And thankfully, Warner gave us the chance naman to do it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, G. Now, let's move on to Natalie Tomaga of Philippine Star.
Hello, first of all, congratulations to the Mentor and Warner Brothers on this partnership. Okay, my first question lang for Mr. Rico Gonzalez. What ultimately convinced you to return to distributing local films through Mallari? Kasi I learned na 2003 pa pala yung last that you attempted to.
Yeah.
Paella.
Over pa No, the first Filipino movie that Warner Bros. Released was Munting Tinig from way back with Alessandra De Rossi. And then, sabi nga ni Brian kanina, ang favorite line ni Brian during our meeting, the stars have aligned. My version is, some things are meant to happen. So, when my bosses from regional office came over a few months ago, the new directives given to me was to look out for local movies that will be worth our while. And then a week after, like somehow he read that conversation between me and my boss, Sir Enrico, whom I know from my days in Star Cinema and ABS-CBN, called me up, asked me if Warner Brothers is open to the idea of distributing a local film. And then I told him, para namang narinig mo yung usapan namin. So, we set up a meeting, they pitched the project. I knew about the project, it was announced a few months back, like as early as May. I knew it was a Piolo project based on the first documented serial race killer in the country. So I was aware of it, and then when it was pitched to me, I got more interested, but I told Ryan that we have several requirements before we agree to anything. And the last one was to watch the film. So I was able to view the movie, and really, really, really good. I'm happy with the performances of the cast. And you've seen nothing like this. This is a different horror movie. Mahirap magbuhat ng sariling bangko, di ba? But Warner Brothers will not put our logo, our stamp of approval to a movie that is not worth it. Sabi nga sa akin, it should be worth our while. And this is definitely more than worth our while. So.
Follow up lang. Okay, I wanna ask about the making of this poster. Kasi nag-drop na siya and hindi namin nakilala si Papa P dito. So,
Hindi mo talaga makikilala dito. Ako hindi ko nakilala.
So, can you just share na lang how was the making of?
One thing I'm grateful for was actually they didn't tell me I was coming from a month-long vacation because I had to really prep myself for the movie. So I read the script, didn't know one pass, and upon arriving, the next day shooting na kami, and that's the only time I found out I had an acting coach. Meaning, all the 3 timelines had to be taken every shooting day. So, very specific. My director was very specific. He knew what he wanted, and he would tell my acting coach, Tita Angie Castrense, in every scene, before every scene, we'd study it, we'd backtrack, and we'd, meron kaming arco for each character. So it was really hard, but it was a blessing because we shot it parang not naman dire-diretso, but at that time, because of course we were pressed for deadline. But it really worked to our advantage because the vision was there. My director knew what he wanted. The producer gave us everything. Mentor gave us everything that the DOP, the director wanted, and everything required. And the first thing, actually, if I may share that, the first thing I asked was when they pitched it, how much is the production value? What is the production value of the film? And then when they told me, hindi naman sky is the limit, pero sabi nila, gagawin natin to. I mean, tapping Warner Brothers and this and that. It was hard, but it was more than worth it. Kasi, as an artista, ang sarap gumawa ng ganitong pelikula na kailangan, kung ano man yung kailangan, ibibigay. So, you'll be proud of it. It was a challenge, but at the same time, it was a wonderful experience, if I may speak on everybody's behalf. Everyone gave their A game because this is something really special for all of us. Not just for all of us, but for Philippine cinema for that matter.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nat.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, Natalie. Now we move on to Sir Darwin Amohelar of Manila Standard.
Hi, sir. I just want to ask, how long is the partnership between the two companies? And is the partnership only covers distribution or it also covers co-production in the future? Actually, currently, theatrical release of Mallari, distribution here in the Philippines. Yun yung current pinag-usapan namin with Warner. So that's our current agreement. But of course, we would like to explore. Kasi we know that Warner Brothers can also do wonders to Philippine cinema. Not just siguro for Mentor, but basically this will open a gateway, an opportunity also sa Philippine cinema. And kami naman, we're talking with Enrico, we're talking with Derek, kasi definitely we have a lot of aligned projects also. And currently, syempre kami, kung mag-release kami sa susunod theatrical, doon na namin pa-release pa rin sa number 1 distributor in the Philippines, Warner Brothers. And of course, nangangarap kami at nangangarap na hopefully, sana nga, dumating ang panahon na dati, ito nga ang partnership, pangarap lang, nagkatotoo, di ba? Ano pa kaya pangarapin din natin, subukan natin, baka along the way, baka pwede, posible ang co-production.
All right. I think we have one more question from Sir Darwin.
Is this exclusive or for Warner, are you planning to partner with other movie outlets?
We're definitely open to other possibilities of distributing Filipino movies from other producers. But for now, this is a first and exclusive partnership with Mentor for this first film.
Exciting, no? Talaga namang groundbreaking talaga. So we're excited for this partnership and how it will move forward. Now, can we hear from Miss Grace Diaz of Metro Style?
Okay, so for Warner Brothers, Mr. Gonzalez. So out of curiosity, is there a special reason why Mallari was your first chosen project? Was there any criteria that you followed? Why is it your first distribution project?
Well, as I've said a while ago, some things are meant to happen. Just so happened that this is the project that was first pitched to us by Sir Enrico, and I like the ideas. I was able to give recommendations to my regional and head offices. And to be honest, this year, box office wise, the number among the top movies that really earned big at the box office are horror films. So I was really curious that I'm being pitched a horror movie. So it was an easy decision to agree, especially after seeing the movie. It was very good. It's a horror genre. There's Piolo Pascual, whom I've known for quite some time, and I'm a fan of Piolo from day one. So all the elements work. Sabi ka, the stars have aligned. And I think this is really something that's meant to happen. So that's it. It was so easy for me to decide after seeing the movie. Because it was really a no-brainer for me that I'm going to endorse this to my bosses and have this distributed by Warner Brothers at the 100-year celebration of the Warner Brothers Pictures here in the Philippines.
Milestone project, thank you. Just another question for Sir Piolo. This is your first ever horror movie. How is it any different, yung experience of shooting a horror movie from your other projects?
It's totally different. My director would talk to me about beats. My director would tell me about how to approach a scene because I grew up in rom-coms. So doing a horror film and 3 characters in one movie at the same time was a bit of a stretch. But I enjoyed the process of it because I came in, as
Thank you, Kuya. Salamat.
it was too tough for me because you're talking about Mallari, and as intriguing as the person may sound, it was hard, but it was not just worth it, but the challenge was just definitely worth the experience because everyone just worked hand in hand from mentor to the production, and then knowing that Warner Brothers was on our back, na talaga you have to deliver. I wouldn't shortchange the experience. So I just went full on and did what I had to do, and I enjoyed every minute of the experience.
So your debut horror movie and your debut Warner Brothers movie. Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you very much, Grace. Now let's hear it from Mr. Ted Cordero of GMA Online. This will be our last question for tonight.
For Warner Brothers and Mentor, how do you think this partnership will help revive or reawaken the Philippine movie industry? And also, what can we expect in the future concerning this partnership?
As far as Warner Brothers is concerned, I'm hoping that the usual moviegoers who patronize Warner Brothers movies will somehow patronize this film as outside from the usual market of Filipino movies. So we'll add up to that. And at the same time, it's also an exposure for Warner Brothers to tap another audience that usually doesn't watch English movies. So meron nga akong dream. I've been talking to my bosses before that one day, my ultimate dream is for Warner Brothers to be able to produce a local movie that will be an Oscar entry that will win us the Best Foreign Language Film. So I hope this is just the start, and that's a big dream. I'm putting it out now to everyone, for everyone to hear. Kasi yun yung isa sa ultimate ko personally, okay, personally. But so when this opportunity came for Warner Brothers to distribute a local movie, I was really glad that this is the movie that was pitched to us. It was very fitting that this is the first film.
Ayun, for Mentor naman, we've been doing films, diba? We started last year. But basically, personally naman, ako, alam naman natin ngayon yung presyo ng sinihan, di po ba? So, sa amin, when Direk Derek and then Enrico and Gio pitched this wonderful story, di ba? Parang, I think, Filipino audience deserves something na sulit. That's why talagang Mentor Productions gave everything that the production need, the actors need, para makapag-produce tayo ng quality film. And that's one thing na talagang sinigurado namin Dahil there's a lot of sobrang daming talented filmmakers. Ang galing natin mag-storytelling tayo mga Pinoy. And currently, lalo pa sa sitwasyon natin ngayon, I think the audience really deserve a film like Mallari na full-on cinematic experience. Paglabas mo, pwede mong sabihin na, ay, sulit to. Diba? So on the part ng mentor, kaya talagang ibinigay namin lahat ng pangangailangan nila. Kasi I think that stops their creativity. Kaya nga nagulat nga si Enrico that he said yes to this kasi the story itself sobrang komplikado na. But I think the entire team, I'm so proud that they were able to pull it off, lalo-lalo na direct. Ayan. Congratulations, maraming salamat. And that's why nagustuhan din ng Warner Brothers yung pelikula natin.
Thank you, Ted. Now, that is it for question and answer. I'm so sorry for those who did not get a chance to ask, no? Pero we will have our media launch next week, I believe. So, yeah, we will have more chances there to answer your questions as well. But for now, a round of applause once again for our cast. And of course, we have Direct Derek, Sir Brian, Sir Rico, and Sir Enrico. Thank you very much. Ayan, few photos na lang po muna tayo. At ayun na nga po, ang pinaka-abangan, the scariest movie this Christmas. An official entry to the 49th Metro Manila Film Festival, Mallari. Sabay-sabay po natin panoorin, December 25. Panoorin natin lahat ng pelikula. Unahin natin ang Mallari. Alright! Now, as promised, hindi lang po itong partnership ang ating aabangan tonight. As now, we will be watching the much anticipated